A Cedar Springs couple both had surgeries to make sure that they wouldn't have any more than 4 kids. But Mother Nature and other plans has the couple now expecting baby number 6.
That's right. Barton Dieters tells us what went wrong and what went so right. Barton?
Well, Marley, the odds of a vasectomy failing are 1 or 2 in 1,000, and it's about the same for a tubal ligation. So it's safe to say that a Cedar Springs family that added children after those procedures failed 3 times have more than beaten the odds. Meet the Sundberg boys, all 5 of them, ranging in age between 1 and 7 years old. And their surprised but coping parents, Dart
You're a sweet boy.
and Christopher. Nothing slows them down, including their mom's tubal ligation and dad's vasectomy that failed twice, resulting in 1-year-old Adam and the newest baby expected in December.
We were thinking 2, maybe 3.
Right.
Yeah, 2, maybe 3, but then once 3 happened, we're like, yeah, let's do that 4th one. 4 sounds good. We can do 4. And decided to stop.
But stopping was not on the agenda. After his vasectomy failed, Chris Sundberg was told it was a fluke, and it was working the way it was supposed to now. But Dara decided she wasn't going to take any chances. So when Adam was born, she decided to have her tubes tied.
Oh my gosh, this is the time of year that I would get pregnant if I weren't fixed. And yeah, thought my anxiety was misplaced, but it was not.
The 8th member of the Sundberg family is scheduled to arrive on December 7th. Then it'll be seen if the family tests the odds once again by having a 6th boy.
No, I'd be lying, of course, if I said I wasn't upset, but it'll be very welcome and very loved. And if it's a girl, she'll never date.
Dara and her husband Christopher have come to accept the unexpected, even though it may mean expanding the house and buying a larger car.
But yeah, we definitely have a house full of love, that's for sure, right, Doug?
But the oldest boy, 7-year-old Doug, is okay with the surprise.
I don't think we have enough babies. I think 1 more would be pretty good.
Dara has been a diabetic throughout all her pregnancies, but all the children have been healthy. Nevertheless, they plan to make sure this next baby is the last one, involving a more extensive tubal ligation. But this is a couple that knows there's no such thing as a sure thing when it comes to their family.
I'm looking at almost a decade of either being pregnant or breastfeeding. You know, it's...
Well, the Sundbergs told me they would advise people who want to avoid their situation to have their procedures not just double-checked, but triple-checked. They now know it's true that life is what happens when you're making other plans, and despite the surprises, they tell me they wouldn't change a thing. The Sundbergs also have a GoFundMe page if anyone wants to contribute to the building of the Sundbergs home addition or the much larger vehicle they will need soon. That can be found at woodtv.com.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out. We were talking earlier, you've got miracle babies, you've got whoops babies. If they have a little girl in the middle, maybe you got a reality TV show there.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, so many odds they've beaten, having so many boys in a row. And,
Right.
And, yeah, they should definitely be buying their lottery tickets.
Some things you just can't plan.
No, fun family. Thanks, Barton.